Continuing on the custom card review streak, we're going to be talking about an EZA concept for LR Vegeta and Trunks, and it's coming in from Dead Person. But before I go and read Dead Person's EZA concept, send me Dokkan concepts over to bhdevcustomcards@gmail.com so I can get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible while I get all these recent and older Dokkan concepts out of the way. So Dead Person says, hey man, I don't know if you do reviews of EZAs, which I do, but if you do, I'd love for you to review this concept. Vegeta and Trunks, unsurprisingly, are a stronger version of them before the EZA. As a trailer, they are a mix between the 7th anniversary LRs and LR Physical Janemba. Strong combination. Don't worry, they're balanced. Hope you enjoy it. Now I'm going to go ahead and reread the current vanilla Dokkan version of LR Vegeta and Trunks for just their super attack effects and their passive, because I don't exactly remember what they do, and I'm not sure if you guys remember what they do, but I'm going to go ahead and read it anyways. Skip ahead if you want to see the EZA concept. Okay, so their 12 key, Rage of the Warrior Race, 30% attack and defense in one turn, and their 18 key, that being Gamma Burst Flash and Burning Attack, they stack attack and defense, and their passive, that being Father and Son Protecting the Future, they have an interest animation once only. That is a long interest animation, by the way. It is like almost like a short clip, like watching an Instagram reel. They get 2 key, 70% defense, and a guard for 5 turns from start of turn when there is another Bond of Parent-Child category ally attacking in the same turn at the character's start of their attacking turn. So it's a fairly easy interest animation buff to get off because they get key, defense, and guard for the first 5 turns. And they also get 2 key and 140% attack and defense, as well as them launching an additional attack that has a 30% chance to become a super attack, just baseline. And they get additional 1 key up to 5 and 15% defense up to 75%, and they get a 7% chance to crit up to 35% with each attack received. So they want to receive attacks to build up their stats, key, as well as their crit chance. And they get additional 70% attack and defense, as well as guard as the first attacker in a turn. So around the time when that first came out, they were pretty much a solidified slot 1 unit, and they were easily the best unit in the game. Yeah, they had their reign. And when they do get their eventual EZA, they're going to be ridiculous. Before we go ahead and read this EZA concept, I'm going to assume what he does to this card is that he gives them like damage reduction with their guard inside slot 1, as well as like a ton of more stats, I like to assume. I mean, I know he literally just said that it's a mix between LR Janemba and the 7-year LRs, which is obviously a ridiculously strong combo, but that's just my guess. Just damage reduction with the guard and more stats, and possibly greatly stacking attack, since he basically said that he went with the concept for the 7-year LRs, as well as Janemba. Okay, so with that being said, let me just go ahead and pull up these screenshots. Did you use Inspect Element over Vegeta and Trunks' page on the Dokkan info website? Just, just a little bit curious. just curious. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my camera for this. All right, so their new passive, they of course still activated their interest animation for the specific category character attack in the same turn upon character's entry, and they get 30% damage reduction, makes sense, and they launch a guarantee super for 1 turn, and they also get 4 key and 100% defense, as well as guard for the first 5 turns. All right, so they buff up the key and defense, as well as having that guard for 5 turns rather than what? Rather than, no, it's still 5 turns. Okay, I just had a brain fart. Yeah, they buff up the key and the defense. Okay. Alright, so, 4 key, 200% attack and defense, and 25% damage reduction, as well as a guarantee super for their base effects. Okay, we're off to a nice start. And for every attack received or dodged, they get 2 key up to 8, 25% defense up to 100%, and they just build up crit chance infinitely until they get to a guaranteed crit. Okay. And as the first attacker in a turn, they get 100% attack and defense additionally, as well as additional 25% damage reduction and guard. Okay, so he added, did they already have stats? They did. They had stats and he had guard as the first attacker in a turn. So he added damage reduction, a tad bit more stats as, yeah, that's it. Yeah, because he already has the guard as the first attacker in a turn. Okay, and when key is 24, or when activating an active skill, 100% attack and guarantee crits. So my thing is, why add the guaranteed crits when this card's already infinitely building up their own crits? I would probably maybe like I don't know, maybe like support? No? Because this card's gonna build up their crit chance, so why have this? Maybe make them just like a support type unit or orb changer, who knows? What would be like the change that that Dead Person will add for this. But yeah. I like the design. So turn 1, this card's going to have how much damage reduction? Of course, sit inside the first slot. So they're gonna have guard with up to, what's that, 80% damage reduction, because they have a 25, that's 50, additional 30, that's 80. So guard with 80% damage reduction within that first turn. And with, of course, still within that first turn, they're going to have that guarantee super. So they have one guarantee super here from the interest animation buff for one turn. They have a guarantee super that's built in for their base effect, and that is it. Yeah. Now, are they balanced? I would say yeah. I'd say yeah. My only thing that I would change in this card is this, because they already built up to that guarantee crit. That 15% chance to crit, because it has a little infinity sign. This is going to build up to a guarantee crit anyway, so why would you have the guarantee crit here for activating an active skill? So yeah, let me go ahead and pull up the super attack effect. I'm going to assume, okay, so yeah, this card does get that, wait, let me just close that, let me just move this over here. So this card does get 50% attack. So yeah, they greatly stack attack like I've guessed. Okay, so the 12 key, they get 30% attack defense for 3 turns, and that's pretty much that. That's good. And their 18 key, they greatly stack attack and defense, and they raise allies' defense by 25% for 1 turn, self-exclude. I do like that. Okay, I like that they're supporting their 18 key. I think that this card, 2 things I want to nitpick real quick, and I get why you went with the design you went with. 2 things. So, one thing I would say is this card already has 2 built-in supers, so why not let them just regularly stack attack in a 12 key? Because they're already doing that inside their vanilla Dokkan part of the card. So, like, my thing is, why not? Oh, my bad, I went ahead and I closed it off. Yeah, why not make them, why not transfer their 18 key that they have in vanilla Dokkan of them just regularly stacking attack and defense to the 12 key? And then just let them have this greatly stack attack and defense inside their 18 key. Because they already get 2 guarantee supers, one from their interest animation buff for 1 turn, and one just being a base within their kit for their effect. So, yeah, I changed that. I changed their 12 key to just regularly stacking attack and defense, because they already get 2 guarantee supers built up, and that would obviously greatly help them. Would that be too broken? Maybe, depending on who you talk to. He probably thought of that, but, you know, I could see why he didn't do that. Because, yeah, that'd probably make them a lot more better. But, you know, why not, right? You know, it's Vegeta and Trunks. No one would not mind seeing them at the top again with their super long entrance animation. It's like damn near part of the episode with their entrance animation. Another thing is this guarantee crit, and that's it. I like the EZA, because this card can get up to how much? Like 80% damage reduction in guard turn 1, and then from then on out, they're going to have, what's that, 50% damage reduction with guard, as well as having that guarantee super built in, with that additional 100% defense here, 4 key here within those 5 turns, and what's that, they only have to get hit 5 times. Yeah, they only have to get hit 5 times. Yeah, and they have to get hit to build the crit chance. I don't know why. I think I said for them to attack. I think I said that, but if I did, I apologize for that, because it's for attacks received. Yeah, this is very easy to build up. Within the first turn, they can build this up so easily. And they can get going immediately. Yeah, I'd only change the guarantee crit for the 24 key as well as the active skill. I'll probably change that to, like, them just having unrestricted rainbow orb changing. Maybe that'd be too strong. I don't know. Or just maybe some all ally support. And changes to just regularly attack and defense. Other than that, I like the EZA. I do. Send me Dokkan concepts over to bhdevcustomcards@gmail.com to get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible, while I go all these recent and older Dokkan concepts out the way. I like the EZA. I only nitpick 2 things. Yeah. Outside of that, 2 guarantee supers built in. They have an easy time building up their stats. Guard 80% damage reduction turn 1, and then onwards they have guard with 50% damage reduction. This card is very strong. Yeah, I don't have much more to say here. They also support inside the 18 key super. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Join the 24/7 Discord server. Link to my Discord server is down below in the description below for you guys to join today. And I am out of here. Peace.